Well, good morning. Today is May the 4th. It's Wednesday, and welcome to this morning's Wake Up Well. Today we're going to be looking at a little passage from Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1 to 6. I've been looking this week at the news, keeping an eye on it, and honestly, there are times when I look at the news and it just gets a little overwhelming, doesn't it? And there are days when the news is good, the days that the news is challenging and frustrating, and this week, as I was looking, there was a particular article about a people group that were being that were under oppression, and it made me realise that if we think about it, we really are so incredibly privileged, and in some ways we are, and yes, some of us are even more privileged than others, but it would be safe to say that in England, right now in this Western world, there's never been a time when we've actually been more privileged than we are now. We have access to incredible schools, we have easy access to options and readily available food, we have access to a choice of either public or private healthcare, a society that champions free speech and your ability, my ability to say or do pretty much whatever I want to say or do, pretty much whenever I want to say or do it. We have access to the collective wisdom of mankind across this medium we now know as the internet, and we're not at war. As a people, we are not regularly physically oppressed. So we get to pretty much make every decision that we want to make for ourselves, and no one really has a right to tell us otherwise. In this season, right now at the well, we're talking about needing God in the age of self-sufficiency, and it's clear that as a people here in England, in this Western world, that we've never been more self-sufficient. But I don't know about you, I look around and I just think there's a massive problem here. Self-sufficiency is clearly just not working for us. We're living in the middle of a mental health crisis. We've rarely been busier as a people group. And people, I don't know if they've ever been more spiritually malnourished. We've rarely, in my opinion, we've rarely needed God more than we need him now. And isn't that just really what we've been talking about this week? Proverbs 3, 1 to 6, which are the verses that I'm particularly looking at, say this. They say, "My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favour and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones." Wow. I kind of got to the end of that. I was like, hang on. So right as we read this, God is saying here that living under the protection and in covenant with our God, our Father in heaven, the King of the universe, does this: will prolong your life, bring you peace and prosperity, bring you favour in the sight of God and man, give you wisdom, insight and divine guidance, and bring physical health to your body. I don't know about you, but I just find that incredible. It says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit." That's what we're looking at this week. The Beatitudes. We're focusing in on this. The phrase that Duncan led us through on Sunday was, "Blessed are the poor in spirit." And what it means is that that blessed are those who recognise their own spiritual poverty, and they recognise how much they need God in their lives. I don't know about you, but as I look around the world today, and I even consider my own life, often I come before the Father and I just say, I need you, Lord, more than I've ever needed you before. And I think that's what this is talking about. So today, I just ask, let these verses spur you on into deeper friendship with the Father in heaven. This King of the universe that wants to be your Lord and Saviour, who wants to be your first point of call, not the internet, not your uncle, not your best friend, wants to be your first point of call. Seek after him, and all of these things that come from living under the protection, under the covenant of the Father in heaven, can be yours. I think that's worth living a life poor in spirit.